As we pull up alongside Kaua'i, you'll notice at the end of the beach, all the way down to the bottom of Ballyhigh, there's a calm lagoon. It's protected from the waves by a reef, so it makes for excellent snorkeling. A lot of sea turtles in there. We'll bring that up the right side, then I'll turn around, we'll put it out the left as we make the turns. What a gorgeous morning on the Napali. Down to your left, you're looking at Kaua'i Beach. That's the 2-mile mark on the Kaua'i Trail. It's a popular day hike here on the island. Kaua'i down low to our left side. Down to your left, that's the North Shore, that's all rainforest. We're going to stay offshore just for another couple miles, then we'll work our way inland and see that up close. The Hawaiian Islands are known for our higher seas on the North Shores in the wintertime. What you're seeing down below us is exceptionally calm for this time of year. These are maybe 8-foot waves at the outer surf breaks. We get as high as 40-foot tall waves. That'll start tapering off next month. Although today it almost looks like a summer day down there. You can actually tell our seasons more from where our waves break on the island versus the temperature change. Temperature change is just about 10 degrees summer to winter. But our waves will break on the North Shore typically in this winter time and go to the south in the summer. Down to our right is the town of Hyena. That's where Pierce Brosnan lives. This is going to typically be the higher priced real estate up here on the North Shore. It does taper off a bit as you make your way clockwise around the island, excuse me. And directly across in front of us is Princeville. Princeville is the other of the two major resort towns here on Kauai. We saw Poipu earlier in the day. Princeville is well known for its beautiful resorts and golfing, and Hanalei Bay is tucked back in at the 1 o'clock of it, to our 1 o'clock. You guys remember the song Puff the Magic Dragon? He lived in a land called Hanalei. That was Hanalei Bay they wrote it about. And we're going to turn inbound over Lumahai Beach to our right side. This was also in South Pacific. This was Nurses Beach in that movie.
No, they got it all. The simple life for me. Helio to Kaua'i, Hanalei by the bay, Wailua River Valley.
As we beach in on both sides of the aircraft, you'll see some rectangular farm fields below us. Those are taro fields. Taro is a root vegetable, very similar to a potato, although it's purple. And it's grown in a similar fashion to rice and flooded paddies. That's what you're seeing below us there. That's what the Hawaiians used to make poi with. Poi is a very traditional Hawaiian dish. If you've had a chance to go to Luau, you might get to try some. But it's a bit of an acquired taste typically. It's very, very bland. They pound the taro root with water and make what looks like purple mashed potatoes, but is a surprisingly bland. And the whole purpose of that is a long time ago when the Hawaiians would preserve their food before they had refrigeration. The process made it very salty. So they would mix it with the poi to tone that down a bit. So it's actually meant to be mixed with other food. And we're going to start working our way to the interior of the island now. Go see all this beautiful rainforest up close. Been on the shoreline for a little bit here. We'll go see what the lower lying interior areas look like. Off to our left side, you can see the Hanalei River snaking around on the other side of Hanalei town. The last couple miles of it before it empties into the bay are navigable for small boats, kayaks. See a lot of paddleboarders there. We're going to be picking up the river a little farther south over this ridgeline in front of us, and we'll follow it back to its origin down Hanalei Valley. Much more shallow at this point. Can't actually traverse it on the water. And to orient you a bit, you're looking out at the northeast side of the island now. As we cross over the ridgeline in front of us, we'll be dropping down into Hanalei Valley on the other side. Hanalei Valley is an excellent representation of what most of the interior of the island looks like. Just all lush, undeveloped rainforest, no roads. Really no good way to get here except by helicopter. And that's the case with about 70% of the island. But look close, because you will find some little waterfalls tucked all up and down both sides of this valley as we make our way along. You'll see some trees down below us that are a little lighter in color than the others. They stand out a bit. A big grove of them right in front of us on the right side of the river. Those are kukui trees. That's where we get the kukui nut from that's woven into leis. Kind of looks like a buckeye. It's also known as the candle nut. You can light it and it stays lit for about 5 minutes. So the ancient Hawaiians would use it as kind of a Hawaiian hourglass. So for example, if you want to know when 20 minutes was up, you'd line up 4 kukui nuts and light them starting at one end of the stick you had them on. And when they all burned up, you had your 20 minutes. You also see all this bright green vegetation that coats our hillsides. Those are uluhe ferns. They play a big role in the terrain that we have because they have very dense root bases that hold onto our volcanic soil well. That inhibits a lot of the erosion that might otherwise take place. So that's a large part of how we're able to have such dramatic vertical peaks. It is believed without the uluhe ferns, we might have much more of a rolling hills sort of terrain here on Kauai. If you look directly in front of us, you'll see what looks like a giant eye on the valley wall. Looks like it was painted there in white. That's actually a natural lime deposit. In Jurassic World, there was a scene where the helicopter lifted off to go chase down Indominus Rex. Right before it ran into the pterodactyls, you can see him fly right in front of that eye. So that whole chase scene took place right along our route of flight here through Hanalei. As we cross over the ridge line in front of us, we'll be crossing into over onto the east side of the island. You'll see the plains of Wailua and Lahui come back into view.